All right, we'll call to order the October meeting of the City of Florence Design Review Board. I'm here in council chambers, and we have several members of the board on Zoom: Ms. Bike, Mr. Ham, Mr. Tedder, Mr. Karsten. Is anybody else? Are all participating via Zoom. We also have several members of the public participating via Zoom. If everyone not on the board would mute your line until it's your turn to speak, we would appreciate that. First matter of business is approving the minutes for the meeting from September 9th, 2020. Does anyone have any changes requested? All right, hearing none. All in favor of adopting the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, minutes are adopted. The first matter is DRB case number 2020-27. This is a request for a certificate of appropriateness to demolish two buildings located at 126 and 130 North Coit Street. The tax map numbers for the property are 90167-01-026 and 90167-01-027. Both properties are located in the D2 Downtown Central Overlay District. We'll take staff's report.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pull up my screen here. Yes, the applicant, which is the City of Florence, is seeking to demolish these two single-story office buildings on North Coit Street. They are just south of the new Judicial Center, next to the Bailey Law Firm. And this is a close-up of them. They're zoned Central Business District. And here's some photos of them. And they request is for complete demolition and removal of the foundations, and the purpose is to provide some more surface parking for the future development that'll be across the street. The historic district or historic commission did approve and found no historical significance at their meeting in September. And because it is a demolition, none of the criteria for the overlay district would apply. So that concludes staff's report.
Do you know if, is it going to be immediately turned into a parking lot or planted or?
I don't believe it'll be immediate, but they will stabilize the surface.
Any questions for staff? All right, hearing none, we'll open the matter for public hearing. If any member of the public would like to speak to this request, please unmute your line and state your name, and then we'll go one by one. Okay, we just had some people join. If anyone would like to speak to the application for 126 and 130 North Coit Street, please unmute your line and state your name. Right, hearing none, we'll close the public hearing on this matter and open it for board discussion. Board members, any questions or concerns? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I make the motion that we accept the City of Florence's application and grant the certificate of appropriateness.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of issuing the certificates, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, great, thank you. Next matter before us is DRB case number 2020-28. This is a request to amend the certificate of appropriateness for the exterior and signage on the building to be constructed at 310 North Gargan Street, tax map number 90086-05-010. This property is also located in the D2 Downtown Central Overlay District. We'll take staff's report.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. All right, so the City of Florence, as the applicant through Anchor Sign, is looking to amend the Save a Lot signage that was originally approved March 14th of 2018. This is a grocery store that's currently under construction on 310 North Garden Street. Here's a vicinity map of the location of the Save a Lot grocery store. As I said, it is under construction, the corner of North Garden Street and East Arlington Street. It is in the Downtown Central Overlay District and the Redevelopment Overlay District. And it is in the Destination Select Use Zoning District, which is allows a flexibility of uses that will support nearby businesses by attracting people to the area. So here's the original signage that was approved back in 2018. As you can see, the wall signs along Dargan Street and East Arlington Street. And here are the new proposed signs. You can see the difference in the two. So on top, you have the one on Dargan Street, which is 130 square feet. And then the one that's going to be on Darlington Street is a little bit smaller, about 88 square feet. And here are the proposed freestanding monument signs. Again, the one on the left is Darlington Street, 65 square feet. And the one on the right, 52 square feet, Dargan Street, just a little bit shorter. So the design guidelines talk about metal as a recommended material. These will have aluminum to the structure, and then all signage proposed has aluminum frames with pan-formed plastic faces and surface applied vinyl. They do meet all the Unified Development Coordinates regulations for the DS zoning district, with the limitation to be at least 5 feet from property lines, the freestanding signs, and they are proposing that they be lit by white LED lights. That concludes staff's report.
When you say lit by LED lights, you mean shining on the sign or from behind?
Internally.
Yes. All right, any questions for staff and the board? Just to make sure I understand, the picture of the building looks different. Is the whole design of the building changing, or just the?
Just the signage, yes, sir. All other things that were approved by the board back in 2018 will stay the same.
Any questions from the board? Hearing none, we'll open the matter for public hearing. If anyone would like to speak to this case, please unmute your line and state your name. Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing portion and open it for board discussion. Board members? All right, hearing no discussion, are there any motions?
I'll make a motion to enter the certificate of appropriateness.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion regarding this application? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, we'll issue the certificate. Is construction restarting on that? Do we know?
We'll give brief update on Save a Lot.
Yes, it is. We're actually working with the metal company now, and we should see some actual metal on site here soon. And once that gets on site, it'll start to go up. So it is back on track.
Good. All right,
Just like to say
yes, Ms. Pike.
I'm just like to say I'm holding a giggle because I didn't know if the sign was going to go up before the building or the building before the sign. It's been so long. But I'm delighted that it's all seems to be working out.
Yes, ma'am. So are we.
Okay, the next matter before us today is DRB case number 2020-20. Request for certificate of appropriateness to make changes to the facade of the house located at 134 Worley Street, tax map number 90074-04-026. Property is located in the D1 redevelopment overlay district, and the board will take staff's report.
Yes, Mr. Tyrone.
Oh, is that Mr. Bashir?
Yes, this is Bashir.
I'll give my presentation and then you'll have a chance.
We'll call on you in just a moment, sir.
All right.
All right, so the applicant, Mr. Bashir, is seeking a certificate of appropriateness to install a metal roof and replace the vinyl siding on a duplex. It was originally built as a single-family home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Somewhere along the way, it picked up another address point, so it is a duplex. So they want to put on a black shingle roof, vinyl siding, and replace the windows like.
Not shingles roof, metal roof.
Oh, I'm sorry. The building currently has a black shingle roof. Thank you, Mr. Bashir. So here we are. You can see West Evans Street to the north, and then this is on Worley Street, 134. This is in the D1 redevelopment overlay district, and it is zoned commercial reuse. So here's the property tax card. As I mentioned, it was built in 1940. It's got an area of about 2,000 square feet. The building currently has a black asphalt shingle roof, vinyl siding, and some windows in need of repair. The scope of work will include a black metal roof, new vinyl siding, and window replacement. So here's the front and left side of the building currently. Here's the rear. You can see there's some damage to the vinyl, and also the windows are in need of repair. Here's the proposed metal roof. It's going to be a 29 gauge. This is Metal Roofing Supply of Dillon, and they do want to go with this black color that's highlighted down at the bottom. This is the color of the vinyl siding they want to use. It's made by Conquest. That's called Dutch Maple. So the picture to the right is what the finished product would look like. This is a different project that they were doing. And then the proposed window, just a vinyl single hung windows to replace like for like at the duplex. So that does conclude staff's report.
You said it currently has vinyl windows and siding on it now.
Yes, and it has a asphalt shingle roof that they want to change to a metal roof.
Right, any board questions for staff?
I have one. The proposed siding, the vinyl siding is allowed in that district? Or how does,
With board approval. That's how we've treated it in the past, especially in the Timrod Park area. We brought it to the board for approval. Yes, sir.
Any other questions? All right, we'll open the public hearing portion. I believe the owner of the property is here. If you'd like to speak to the project. We can't hear you if you're speaking.
Mr. Bashir, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
If you'd like to speak to the project, sir, go ahead.
Mr. Tyrone, can you go ahead and see that?
Oh, do you want me to show a certain picture?
Yes, that was for the outside, the vinyl soffits and the metal roof, the black color metal roof, like Mr. Derek said that. And then, I mean, the inside, like other renovations on both sides, we have got the drawings done through Mr. Mike, engineer Mike. And we're going to be doing some renovations inside as well to the duplex. And Mr. Tyrone is the one, he's going to be performing the work, like inside job, the duplex.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Public hearing is still open. If anyone else would like to speak to the project, please. Yes, please state your name.
Israel Mahawa.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I will talk about we replace around the house, put a metal roof and replace the windows too.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else like to speak to this project? All right, hearing none, we'll close the public hearing and open it for board discussion.
Thank you.
Board members have any questions or comments? All right, hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I make the motion that we approve the certificate of appropriateness.
Thank you. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second it.
I believe that was Mr. Karsten. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? All right, we'll issue the certificate. Thank you very much. Next matter before us today is DRB case number 2020-30, a request for a certificate of appropriateness to replace the roof and change the exterior color of the church located at 229 North McQueen Street, tax map number 90073-06-017. The property is located in the D2 Downtown Central Overlay District. We'll take staff's report.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so the applicant is seeking a certificate of appropriateness to install a metal roof and replace damaged and missing vinyl siding on the church. The application originally said to repaint the outside of the building. but it looks like they just want to do some vinyl siding repair. So here is the vicinity. This is on McQueen Street. To the north, you can see West Darlington Street. The applicant is True Holiness Church of Deliverance, Pastor Raymond Jackson. It was constructed in 1945. The church was dedicated in 2009. And this is in the Downtown Central Overlay District. Here is the church. The front, you can see the missing vinyl that they hope to replace like for like. And also the roof, they have some tarps up to prevent leakage, and it's also starting to sag. Here's the rear of the building, which doesn't look like it has vinyl siding, so will not be affected by this project, but anywhere they're missing siding, they'd like to go back and fix it. Here is the proposed metal roof. Homewood Metal Works. Again, it's 29 gauge like the last project, and they want to go with the color copper penny. So I found this picture on Homewood Metal's online site to kind of give everyone an idea of what the church roof could look like, just of the copper penny color. The roofing materials in the Downtown Central District, metal roofing is an encouraged material for roof replacement. The color chosen by the applicant is copper penny, which we just saw. And the current asphalt shingle roof is in disrepair, and they'd like to put up something that looks better and is longer lasting than the roof that they have on now. So that does conclude staff's report.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? And we'll open this matter for public hearing. If any member of the public would like to speak, please unmute your line and state your name. Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing for this matter and open it for board discussion. Board members, any questions or comments?
Mr. Chairman, is there any question about the color, the copper color? Is that, I guess that should have been maybe a question to the city.
Is this within the family of colors allowed?
Yeah, I think so. It is significantly different from what's there, but and it will be quite different from anything over there. But it is a color within most palettes of historic colors. Yes.
Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion to issue a certificate of appropriateness, please.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. I believe that was Mr. Mitchell. Any further discussion?
Yes.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? All right, we'll issue the certificate on this matter. Thank you very much. Final matter before us today is DRB case number 2020-31. This is a request for a certificate of appropriateness to add a sign, remove 3 trees, and add parking to the house located at 612 South Coit Street. Tax map number for the property is 90088-07-025. The property is located in the B1 redevelopment overlay district. The board will take staff's report.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so this is revised from the original request a little bit. The applicant has decided to just remove 2 trees instead of 3, but she still wants to do the signage and add parking for her business. This is for Samantha Murray. The house was originally a 2-bedroom, 1.5-bath home built in 1962, but she's hoping to turn it into a real estate office, which it is zoned for in this area. So this is, you can see South Coit, right off South Coit, 612. This is in the redevelopment overlay district. And it is zoned commercial reuse. So the applicant is proposing a gray gravel driveway leading to a parking lot in the rear. And our code just says that a minimum of 25 feet from a public street, separating it from gravel just to keep loose materials out of the road. For the square footage of the building, only, and one of those has to be a handicap space. And they're not required to be marked. She could just do a grass driveway, but she is proposing gravel. The handicap parking space will need to be an improved surface such as concrete or asphalt, and also the access aisle leading from the handicap parking space to the handicap ramp that she wants to put in, which will be wooden, also has to be an improved surface to allow for wheelchair accessibility. And as I said, she is also proposing the wooden handicap ramp to lead up to the building for accessibility. So she's asking permission to remove 2 live oak trees, and we'll see those pictures in just a second. The city arborist said that one of the trees had an unnatural lean and decay at the bottom, and then the other tree was just, let me skip to the other tree is just kind of small and in the way. The tree to the right is the one with the decay and sort of an unnatural lean. It's under a larger tree, so it's kind of fighting to get sunlight. And the applicant would just like to remove the 2 trees pictured here. So here's an overall site plan. This is 612 South Coit Street. You can see where she wants to remove the 2 trees that we just spoke of. She's kind of delineated the gravel driveway. And then she has the 3 parking spaces on the side and in the rear. And then in the front, she has her 1 handicap space. And then the wooden ramp that she wants to put in, unpainted, maybe possibly stained to weather seal it, but it will just be wooden. So this is the side of the building where she wants to put the 2 parking spaces. So the gravel driveway will run up next to the building. There'll be 2 spaces there. And then the picture to the right is the rear of the building where she'd like to put another parking space. Here's the front of the building. This is where she wants to put her signage, which I'll show you in just a second. And then also that will be the handicap parking space directly in front of her office. And again, the 2 trees she wants to take down. Here's the proposed signage, 24 by 48 freestanding sign. Again, it will need to be 5 feet off the property line, and it is 2-sided. So signage recommended by the design guidelines, all these materials. The proposed 2-sided freestanding sign will be 24 inches in height, 48 inches in length. And we already saw the overall appearance. It will be made of metal with decals for lettering, according to the applicant. And again, it will have to be 5 feet off the property line. It meets the Unified Development Ordinance for setbacks and sizes in the CR district. And as of now, no external or internal lighting has been proposed. So that does conclude staff's report.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So in the back, where the parking is noted, the tree in the middle of the yard, she's not asking to take that down.
Right. Yes, sir. She'll be able to. It looks like the cars will be able to travel past that tree.
Okay.
And for what it's worth, Timrod Park Neighborhood Association, as we've given them the plans, they know, and they have given their approval. I guess the close proximity to Timrod Park, they were curious about the project, and they said that they were fine with the trees removed in the project in general.
Okay. Any other questions for staff?
What is the parking space in front of the building, what is that used for?
That will be a handicap accessible space, so that will have to be paved with concrete or asphalt to allow for wheelchair access to the business.
So the handicap is right smack in front of the house instead of behind.
Yes, yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Any other questions for staff? All right, hearing none, we'll open the public hearing on this matter. If any member of the public would like to speak to this project, please unmute yourself and state your name. Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing and open it for board discussion. I'll just note to the board members, as you know, I voted against one last month right down the street for taking down trees and not replacing them. And this one, I think I see a difference because since these are both under the larger tree, it doesn't really change the canopy of the area in any way. It's still going to have the same amount of, you know, shade and all of that. So I just note that to you all for what it's worth from my perspective. Questions or comments? All right, hearing none, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that we issue the certificate of appropriateness.
All right. Is there a second to Mr. Carson's motion?
Second.
Mr. Ham. Any further discussion? In favor of issuing the certificate, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we'll issue that certificate. Any other matters before the board? I will note to the board, we'll have a new member next month. Mike Padgett has been appointed to one of the empty seats, and so he'll be joining us as an engineer starting in November. Any other business or matters we need to?
No, sir. Oh, Veterans Day, that's right. We
Tend
do have
to.
something scheduled.
The next meeting is scheduled for Veterans Day. I don't think it's a holiday for the city per se, but I didn't know if any other businesses or folks had concern with that. So.
Does anyone have concern with having a meeting on Veterans Day next month? Okay, then if the city's open, we'll do it. If y'all aren't, then let us know what we need to do. to
We will.
reschedule.
We'll.
All right. Anything else? All right, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll adjourn this meeting.